We are aware of the court decision. We have discussed it with the Prime Minister.
Oh, you know they don't like the sound of that. All right, let's get into it before that one smart guy on the left tells the rest of them how they should feel and react. Invoking the Emergencies Act was unjustified and unconstitutional. Globe and Mail reported that the federal government was not justified when it invoked the Emergencies Act and issued a public order emergency proclamation.
Let it rip!
The proclamation was not justified in relation to the relevant, factual, and legal constraints that were required to be taken into consideration. Now, don't get excited by this part, but the judge rules that Trudeau broke the highest law in the land with the Emergencies Act. He caused a crisis by dividing people. Then he violated the Charter of Rights to illegally suppress citizens. And as you heard earlier, Fidgety Freeland and the Twinkle Twerp Trudeau are not happy about this. But let's take a look and see what some other people had to say. Brooke here, as seen on X, virtue signaling with every single emoji and icon she can, says, so according to the judgment by the far-right judge, if the Emergencies Act was not necessary, we could have a repeat of the convoy and the memorandum of understanding to overtake the government. Justin Trudeau's ego checks in on X and says, my government had several press conferences scheduled for this afternoon. Unfortunately, the news that my use of the Emergencies Act was illegal, we have all now contracted COVID-19. And lastly, Larry Dallas checks in and says a Canadian judge has just legalized domestic terror in Canada as long as you're white.
Excuse me?
But at the end of the day, the CCLA nails it. Emergency is not in the eye of the beholder. The federal court grants victory to the CCLA in Emergencies Act challenge. There's a lot of people in Canada right now celebrating very bigly over this, and they have every reason to. But I want to be very clear, don't think anything is going to come from this other than vindication. It's got to be hard when you think you got every single judge in your back pocket. Easily the best part of this today for me was the look on Chrystia Freeland's face. And the fact that this news has already gone all the way around the globe. So sorry, Justin. Your Uncle Paulie ain't going to come help you out of this mess. You're going to go down as the worst prime minister in Canadian history.